What is up, Birdland? Who is Jack Flarehty, and what does he bring to this rotation? Flarehty is a guy here with a very sharp slider. It usually runs at about 84, 85. You can see a couple of the videos here. That thing just got a lot of bite to it. But what I really like here is he just drops down sometimes at a 76 mile an hour curveball. It's a 12-6. Man, that is tough to hurt. This guy runs it up 96, 97. As you can see right here is 95. And when you drop down to 76, it's unhittable. It's unfair. So what are the Orioles' expectations here for Jack Flarehty? Like, why did they go out and acquire him? Jack eats a lot of innings, right? When he's healthy. He's had a little bit of injury concerns in his career. We had a COVID-shortened year. When Jack is on and Jack is healthy, he's going to go out every single night and give you them 6 solid innings, right? Where he's only giving up 2 or 3 runs in those 6 innings. You got to score, right? He's going to give up 2 or 3, but Jack is going to get you 6, sometimes 7. Here and there, he'll go 8. And that's the guy that the Orioles need, right? That takes that inning or 2 away from the bullpen for the next night. You know, the Orioles were in desperate need of that guy that wasn't at his innings limit, who's used to being pushed a little bit, and he's 27. So what I love seeing out of Jack, too, Jack's got a career 45% ground ball ratio. I know our new left field or whatever is going to play to any pitcher strengths, but when you got a guy that can come in the AL East and throw 45% ground ball rate, he's going to keep the ball in the ballpark, which Jack does. The opponent's average is a little higher this year. Normally, Jack, in his career, the opponent's average is like 213. It's at 278 this year. But that has gone down in July, and I think that's what the Orioles seen was, okay, maybe Jack's getting back to Jack. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays out against some of these tougher teams that we're going to play, and then into the postseason, at least on the American League side. All right, so last thing I want to touch on. So this is what the Orioles are looking at the last 28 days. So Jack has made 4 starts. He's coming in with a 3.8 ERA across those 4 starts. So he's lasted 23 innings in these starts, given up 10 earned runs and 4 home runs. He's given up only 10 home runs all year, but 4 in the last 28 days, boasting 22 strikeouts and only 8 walks. So Jack is kind of getting back to himself these last 4 starts. Like I said, he's always going to give up runs. But the Ks are there, the low walks, the low home run rate, outside of the last couple ones. But I think this is the guy that the Orioles needed. All right, we're going to wrap some things up about this trade here. Why I think it's a B+ for the Orioles, and I think this is also a B+ to an A- on the Cardinals end, right? They gained some good prospects back. Cesar Preito is probably the staple of this trade. As a 24-year-old guy, he's the most international money that the Orioles have ever given out. And he's done nothing but absolutely hit since he's been here. He's hitting 349 across 2 levels this year and 317 right now in AAA. Great player. He's more of a glove. He's got 49 RBIs between the 2 levels and only 6 home runs, right? He's that staple piece. He's that guy that's probably going to take over for Paul DeJong that they just traded today for the Cardinals. He'll probably get some at-bats in St. Louis for a little while. If he ever sticks, I'm not really sure. Drew Rom is a guy that they liked. He's a big left-handed guy, throws pretty hard, pretty inaccurate, almost like a Jordan Hicks type. I mean, the Cardinals have a good coaching staff, right? So between Drew Rom and Zach Showalter, who's the 19-year-old guy they just drafted last year, he was the 3rd piece of this trade. Zach, I think, is the one that's going to pan out. He's a low ERA guy so far between 2 levels this year with a low 3 ERA. But the Cardinals pitching coaches are great, right? They're going to get one of these 2 guys to figure it out. And don't hold your hat on that, right? Don't be upset if one of these guys pan out, because the Cardinals organization is A+. It's top-notch. They're constantly bringing up talent and developing talent, right? This is what they're supposed to do. But we got a 27-year-old rental, right? But the key word here is 27 years old. Jack has been in the postseason, 4 times? I think he's made 3 starts, maybe a little bit more than that. Jack has the experience the Orioles need. He's 27, and he gives you a good 2 months. You re-sign him, right? A 2-year deal. This is a win-win, I think, for both organizations. I don't I'm not on that bandwagon that Elias absolutely had to make a move. I think he was great at waiting for the right move. And I think Jack plays right into what the Orioles are. He's a great teammate. He's loved by all his Cardinals teammates. He's been around, Yachty, right? He knows how to call a game. He's caught and pitched games with a Hall of Famer, right? So he has that in his mind of how to do things. He's going to give that knowledge to Grayson and to Bradish and Wells when Wells comes back. It's a win-win to me, right? And I'm really excited about this. Flaherty's he's gonna fill that number 4, number 5 role with low expectations, but like I said, that good ground ball rate, that good K rate. I think it really fits into what the Orioles needed without blowing anything up, right? They gave away guys that are very good players. They're going to make the big leagues for the Cardinals. They didn't stand a chance in the future here for the Orioles because we have so many guys. Don't get caught up in that. But if you guys like what you see, please use that sub button. I appreciate you hanging around this long, and I'll catch you on the next video.